Probably my favorite part of my job is watching each of my students grow. Part of that has to do with having class sizes that allow for those relationships to grow and allow for us to have the ability to get to know our kids and learn about who they are and where they come from. And when that happens, amazing things grow from that.
We're the 8th largest school district in the state. We rank 272 in spending out of 424 districts. And what that comes down to is we're spending $418 less per pupil than the state average. So right now we're in a situation where we have a lot of safety and security needs. We need to replace fire alarms. We need to pave parking lots and playgrounds. We need to upgrade our entrances in some of our buildings. And then we have a lot of deferred maintenance. HVAC needs, roofing. We're spending about 67 cents per square foot, and we understand that the industry standard is $2. So we've just been making do.
This is a typical entrance that we have that I'd refer to as an unsecured entrance. You have unfettered access after you get buzzed into the front doors. You're able to come in, walk right by the office, and get directly into the school without anybody stopping you. Over time, the roof starts to deteriorate, and so does the insulation underneath. So as you can take a look around, you see different colorations, water that's not draining properly. All that's going to do is find its way inside the building. Here's a good example of what happens when water gets inside of your building. It starts to deteriorate the underside of the roof. So if we don't take care of our roofs, we're going to have more and more of these issues. Currently, we're standing in one of our air handler rooms and mechanical rooms. If any items on this breaker panel go out, unfortunately, it's going to shut down our pool, our air handlers, and several other items throughout our school. We will not be able to find parts for this. This type of deferred maintenance that's leading to this deterioration is not only happening in parking lots, but it's also happening in our playgrounds, where our children play, making some of them unsafe.
The pieces of technology that we focus on for the referendum are some of our core pieces of technology that connect our students to the internet or our students and staff to the servers that contain the data that they might use for their instruction. And we need to have on the back end all the support systems that make sure that when the teacher or the student seeks information, it comes quickly and accurately to them. And that when the student or teacher shares information, that it's protected and safe and no one else can see it but the intended parties.
When you're losing good staff to neighboring districts, that kind of says a lot about your competitiveness. And in the end, people still have to make ends meet. They have their own responsibilities to take care of outside of the school realm. So their decisions are definitely understandable.
The competition has been very keen to get the most highly qualified people in your school system. And of course, one of the ways to do that is to be able to attract them through your compensation package.
At the end of the day, the public schools here in Eau Claire, in my view, are really the heart of the community. And I think that the community values its public schools. They have high pride, a high sense of pride in the education that they received, in the education that their children received, and their grandchildren, and their great-grandchildren. This is a very strong, powerful, and special tradition here in this community. And I think at the end of the day, the community will support it.
The children are our future, and we need to, someday they're going to move on to technical college or colleges, and then wherever they go, I think it's vital that we create, as a chamber, a community that they want to come back to. And so when they come back, the school district is there because they're going to have children and they want to raise their children here. And the quality of education is so important to the growth of the Chippewa Valley and the growth of Eau Claire.